AZU, part two. Okay, so the first one went well. I love seeing everything that's going on. Um, just some rotational things to work on. It's all very minor, and the hardest part about working on or practicing these minor things is because either we're accustomed to doing them so often, or um, what I what I'm trying to get at is we already play at such a high level, so it's harder to see it and do it quicker, right? So I find that marking, I call triggers in my head, like a visual trigger of what to see and how to react to it, was what helps me. Um, we did the first two replays in the part one. This video is hopefully going. The goal is to not have it be an hour long again. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous. What the heck? And we're gonna try and look for um, these consistencies and kind of bundle them up. I'll be taking notes to see if I could show examples of things I see you do well or not well. Honestly, focusing on things that you can improve on, because I'm all for you going up there getting an SSL title. So I'll be watching replays. This one's not exactly going to be focused on the nitpicky stuff unless I see something again. But I am trying to find the consistencies, and I don't need to. I don't think I need to reiterate the same examples over and over again. But anyway, there's an idea. I'm just trying to get the videos to be shorter, so I'll keep watching. I will say, the first couple seconds I watched, you hard committed to this kickoff. Um, so now I'm starting to wonder uh, I call it triggers on why you hard committed here, because on most of these other kickoffs I've seen, this is a totally different random. You're playing totally different people. Now you hard commit. So it makes me wonder. Like there was no gray area, and I mean maybe, but like I can't even say it's because the ball died, right? Like you full committed boost, you're supersonic all the way up through, right? So we need to know why you commit to some things and you don't commit to others. Because I love this. You got there, works out, and then it's nice goal. Um, and then the other side of that is maybe it doesn't lead to a goal, but at least you didn't pull out here, right? Like in these last couple kickoffs, you might hit this boost and you break, you're not supersonic, and then you pull off to the right or left, but you stuck too. And sometimes there's an argument of, well, I know my teammate can kick off. He's gonna kill it. This is a totally new player. Uh, I guess a quick command could have been in place, and that allows you to just hard cheat. I don't know what that quick command is. Well, let me know if you know what that is so I can add it to my quick command list. Um, yeah, so I'm just looking to figure out what your trigger is to cheat. I still love it all. It's great. It worked out. Moving forward. This whole play is great. Love the recognition from the start to the finish. Boom. Used boost a little too quick here because you're waiting to see which way this ball is going. It looks like your teammate's going to win it. You went forward. Great. Love it. Stole their boost. You recognized or hoped. I think you might have recognized that your teammate was going to beat them to the ball. It's not your ball. You go for boost. They don't have boost. And you can already say, C4's got no boost. I can go up and score this. Right. Beautiful double tap. Nothing they can do. Knowing they have no boost, huge. Great play. This play is recognizing you have more time here. Okay, so you go through and you bang it forward. Great. That could be a goal, right? We could talk about that all day. Like, oh, okay, well, if it's a little higher, it's in, right? You caught him mid jump. If it's a, you know, he's not going to get up, whatever. But the point is, we don't need to make this shot. Like, why would we go for this shot, right? So you kind of need to, let's kind of reconsider our tools in the toolbox here. Drawley's up. He's going for the ball. Do we want to? Do we need to take it off him? Do we need to beat somebody, right? Which is what you're going for. You're going for a beat. And we can recognize that they are both going forward and we have control here. Like, you could just sit under the ball, or you could go for a demo, or you could catch the ball and carry it to the right where there's open space. Hell, you could even catch it to the left because there's going to be open space there. um, Hitting it turned out to be bad. Gave it away is what I'm getting at. Anyway, moving forward. Yeah, here's the flip side of hard cheating, and then it just goes right by you. It, you know what? Honestly, what are we supposed to do, right? Like, this is the, like, even on my team, like, we can't kick off consistently enough to kill the ball. If we could, we would do this all day. We'd hard cheat all day. So I would love to give an input on this, but I don't know enough about kickoffs, if I'm honest. If I was to make a guess, I'd say, man, it's tough because he nailed it the first time. I don't even have anything because in my head everything's already known, right? Like, we should, if we're gonna hard cheat, we hard cheat. You did. It's unfortunate he didn't get the full, straight kill. And then on the other side of that coin is, well, what if we just braked here and waited to see what happens, and then we go, and it just happens where we just kind of put our positioning closer to the ball, right? So I find it's this boost here that I'm sitting either here and the holy smokes, let me actually like draw and make this a little bit easier. Between this boost and this boost, somewhere in here is where I'm trying to land. If I'm hard cheating, yeah, I'm at the front, right? That's the closer you are to more you're hard cheating, the farther back, the more it's a soft cheat. Just to give myself enough time. Again, this is not, this is just talks of options. And I can't tell you that you did anything wrong, because at a higher rank, should he be able to kill the ball? Probably. Did he not? No. Are you out of position? Maybe. Right? It's all this hypothetical that I unfortunately cannot give you pointers on. Otherwise, is if he, I would say, because he nailed the first one, I'd give him probably 2 chances. And if he messes up another kickoff, I'm soft cheating. Like, I just can't trust his kickoffs enough. Anyway, there's food for thought. I think the mistake on this part here is not looking back. Make sure your teammate has control before you go for the demo. Because then by the time we look back again, he's getting dunked. So that's like a I would say like a mandatory thing to you need to know before before you full commit like that, because all this is fine. Like I know that you would want to keep this forward, or maybe this is a pass. Either way, you had a plan in action. I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna bump, and we can see that's clear because of how much boost you used. Like here to here, just to get to supersonic. Used a lot of boost. You're full commit to this play, but we forgot to check if our teammate's part of this play or not. So anyway, moving forward. I'll nitpick some more, uh, mostly because I believe you can do this. The timing we're looking at here, Emery's out, C4 is there, you're waiting, touch, and it's like, we sat for too long. We either need to go or we need to get out. It's the gray area again. And we know that because we get demoed. Right? We have to look out for this. Oh, wow, replay just glitched hard on me. Because he's got nothing else to do other than go for a bump. He's watching his teammate on the corner, their front post, play the ball, and it's like he has no reason to jump for the ball. He could go back post and play defense, but it's like, why? Why would it? He saw the pop from C4. He's like, cool. If Nalo even goes up, I'm chasing him. And he just locked in. So again, that's just spent too much time sitting and predicting. And so if we're looking to kill that sit, we could create some triggers like small pop, okay, go. Right? You would have to either take the shot or get a crazy backboard read or take it up to their backboard and catch, right? Because Drawley's low. Now your other option is, okay, we're watching Drawley. Wait, hold on. He had 100 boost? He had 100 from the ceiling and he used all of it getting down. Why did he do that? I don't even know. Oh, he barely missed. Yeah, that's crazy. Knowing our teammates in the corner is already like, it's like a red flag going in my head. Like, okay, either this needs to be a shot and like a goal basically to pull us out of this bullshit, or I need to control this to buy my teammate time or to buy myself time to make a shot, right? And the processing of deciding on what's happening, and then you know maybe you recognize your teammate just a second before, like is he gonna jump, is he gonna pass, like something else could have happened here and you're ready for it, but it took too long. Keeping you alive is going to be way better for you, because if C4 then beats Drawley again, you're immediately in a 1v2 from the demo, right? We're just trying to play on these like the most efficient that we can be. Okay, moving forward. Okay, so here's something new I haven't seen from you. Why did you leave? Right, like you're here, and then you left. Like, wait a minute here. So the first thing I noticed is you crept too far forward. There's nothing. I'll kind of show you the limit here. Too far forward, right? Like, you need to be back farther and ready in case your teammate has a pass. Right? It's like, oh, okay, he does have a pass. Now I'm going to take a shot. And this one actually confused me because it doesn't seem like something you do often. You're looking. Before something happens, you're already out. You're gone. Just stick in there a little bit longer. If your teammate's coming up with something, because the sticking allows you to then decide if that pass is even worth going for. More than likely, this is going to be a relatively soft pass. I think you pulled out too soon. And, I think the I understand why you would, because maybe these passes just don't work in a higher level, but maybe they do. You're down to minute 40. You kind of need to get something to happen. I would just give it a second. And that one's tough. This one's, for me, I can't read this, but what I would say is when you see your teammate hit it hard here, you're no longer, like, if we look at your pathing, you always want to be looking at the small boosts on a forward momentum that is not in your control. Right? So we can decide if we're going here, if we're going straight through, if we need to go wide and forward. But then, like, can I play the game while I leave the drawing up? Yeah. You see your pathing? Oh, sorry. Okay. So if I click this again, we went, let's get a different color here. We went all the way up here, right? We didn't hit any of this or any of this. And I believe that would change your decision on this after play on getting boost. And then on top of that, we're going to go another step farther. With Rocket League, being there at the right time to take a good shot is better than getting there too early, right? So you're probably feeling the pressure because I know this isn't how I see you play normally, especially in the last couple of replays. I haven't really seen something like this, but we want to kind of nip this thing in the butt so we don't end up doing something like this. Yes, we're down. Yes, there's a minute 40, but we still need to get there with some boost. Otherwise, like, nothing's going to happen. And that comes from how hard he hit the ball on the right side of the field here. Right there. That recognition is me. I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm going outside so that I'm still covering the net. And I'm watching to see if there's going to be a 50 here. And if there is, I can easily cut back in, right? If there's forward, which it should be, because we saw the momentum of the ball, how hard he hit the ball, then I'm moving out mid. If he hits it, inward, I have a pad to go in. If he keeps going around, I'm still grabbing pads forward, right? It's a simple idea that I'm really stretching out to show you all the things to be looking for. I think I can leave this up, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, it's just in the way though. Holy smokes. New tools. Am I right? Get that out of here. Oh, actually. See, I'm learning here. I just download this thing. Boom. There we go. Back to Rocket League. Cool. Anyway, I think I dragged that out enough, and that should make some sense. Don't leave too early. This one's especially nitpicky for me to say, but I'd like to see you do a wider rotation for this shot. Either go up and hover after his second touch here, or I like what you did too. I just want it to be wider. Right, so we can look and see where you go and where I'd like to see you go instead. I wonder if I can draw and do this shit at the same time. Let's try this. First take. So we start it. Let's grab our utensils. Yeah, so you kind of see you are in a pretty good spot. But so the point I want to make is you got there too soon. You're fast. You're there, and then you planted yourself. Like, that's tough. If he had a flip reset at all, you're cooked. So we'll watch full speed from your perspective. We want to go wider because you're buying time to get a better 50. Right? So now he just drags it right above you. He could have went the other way. I personally like to follow your car instead of draw it out. I think it makes more sense. Okay, so we'll slow it down. We're watching, we're going wide. I like all this. We need to recognize if the first one's a flip reset or not. Great, it's not, go. Right? That's the first thing I would say. Otherwise, we need to cut back out. Consider going backboard. Staying low. He's not. We're getting here. We're jumping. We're trying to meet him at the ball. Right? So that's just unfortunate that it played out like that. I'm hoping that we just didn't jump because we were losing already, right? Because it looked like the forfeit came through. I'd like to see you play these out more, if that's the case, because it's like I see how fast you are, and it kind of looks like a half-ass attempt, like maybe a mess up. Maybe you do realize this, and I'm just reiterating it because now I see it, kind of thing. That's awesome too. So just getting to the ball at the same time the play's happening, recognizing flip reset, etc., etc. Okay, cool. We're gonna move on. There's some stuff here that's really small. I noticed. Unfortunate for the challenge, but this jump here. I mean, you're going straight at him. No point. You're better off either if you're gonna go up. You're better off either jumping towards net and trying to hit it high or back post, or going for the demo on second man, which I believe we saw he was mid. So he's going back. Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we look and their teammate is mid. He's back. Yeah. So it's opportunity to change your positioning to be somewhere more effective. Oh, and then this. I was a little bit surprised you jumped after you dodged it. Huge dodge. And it's like you're trying to get sped up again. I honestly I don't know if that's actually a thing, but it kind of fucked you at the same time. Because then you immediately jumped again because you kind of had to. Instead of just not jumping, you could have gone a little wider to get the save. It was savable, but you know, hey, it was a good shot too. Like I can't lie. That's the only thing I would change though is just not jumping on something that's so close to the play um, when you have to make a split-second decision. Okay, so here's something that is tough. It's tough, but it can be a game changer. We watch our teammate. He's there. Dead. He's dead. 2, 1. He spawned. Right, so I think you're seeing what I'm getting at here. Boom, he's dead. You see he's dead. You make the position. Because you don't see him spawn in front of you, he's behind you. And because you see Pav turned away, right? And he spawned. We're watching Pav. Because we see Goon doesn't have it anymore. We didn't have to jump for this. There's time. We see Pav's turning away. We can either leave it because it's not in net, or skim it back to our teammate. Instead, we boomed it, which we were thinking way to buy time for our teammate. But in reality, the timing worked itself out. We just had to do a shit ton of calculations to get that to happen, though. That's the hard part. It's like, does Goon have it? Nope, he hit it too hard. Is Pav there? Nope. He's turning out. Right, so I'm looking to see if it's a case of getting in position too quick. Not really, no. I think just the boom was a giveaway. We had potential to just leave it, to be honest, for our teammate, and we just go forward. So anyway, it's a tough one, but I think it's a high-level play. I think you're totally capable of it. Yeah, okay, I watched this once. Immediately I'm talking about it here. I love this. I love the fake jump. There's no point going up. Great read. He jumped, whether you faked him or not. I mean, huge. And on top of that, your teammate gets a bump. Looks like you're going for a pass. Huge. Yeah, watched that first time. Everything was just textbook. Great play. So this is something that keeps consistently happening. You're going all the way back for big boost. I'll point that out here. Why not go forward? Right? Like, whoops. We have the pathing. The play's forward. Keep the pressure up. I'm going to use this paint tool as much as I can because it's actually kind of sick. Looks like crap, but it's kind of sick. We have, whoops, that's a line. Pads, you could go wide pad. I mean, you could even, I wouldn't go to the far one, but I like these two options here. Boom, boom, boom. That's plenty of boost, right? Instead, you pull yourself out to play the defensive side and get big boost. You're a quick player, but when the ball is moving as fast as you are forward, you know, it's you'll never get there in time. So now you're basically playing catch up, but you're forced into this defensive role because your teammate has no boost, and they're going to beat you to the ball. So we get up there, get in their face, and luckily they're, I dare say, bad. Like, you got there to like try and make something happen. I think forcing this here was not a good decision because our teammate isn't quite back yet. right? So now it's his turn. Now he gets to do this 1v2 shit, right? So that's just something that can be worked on instead of I went too far. Instead of getting this big boost, just play your what you end up with like 60 something, 70 something forward, and that this here could have been something else. Maybe not a shot, but at least if you're pressuring here, we can even time this here. Boom, boom, boom. 25%. Let's say you went this way instead and you're watching the play. Maybe you're even back here a little bit, right? You're this guy, you're gonna force him to touch the ball, especially if we know he has no boost. I don't know if we saw that before. Oh, let me run it back here. Let's see. Goon's playing something slow. He's slow. Okay, so we saw Goon was slow back here. Pax is up. Beautiful touch. Let's see if we can get any read that they have no boost. Nothing's pretty visible yet. Right here, Goon's not going up, so we know there's nothing high happening. He's just making a quick challenge. He might be low, is what I would be thinking. He might be low. So that's about it for like the interpretation of it. But forcing him to play the ball with low boost is where I'm getting at. Or basically just making sure we're buying time. I don't mind. I like what you end up doing, where you get up right in his face, but I think you fake challenge this all day. We don't turn inward either. That I think turning, or sorry, not inward, outward towards corner, bad. No point. Play it from straight from your net, from mid. You took a position that was unfavorable. Yeah, just stay straight instead of turning off. See if we can get a better angle on it too. There you are. Yeah, just stay straight. Because we don't have, there's no reason to be over here. Even if he does take it over there, let him play it. Right? We're gonna be able to get back to that anyway. You get right up in his face because you see he's cutting it, and you have a better angle if you're straight on. Makes sense? Like it's small, but that's where we're at with anybody who's gonna coach you, because you're on such a high level. It's like what, top 0.5% or something. It's crazy. GC3, it's up there. So it's these little things that you're gonna have to adjust for to have better opportunity. So I think I drug this one out just enough. Let's move forward. I think there's an issue with looking for redirects too often or not seeing it quick enough. I would prefer to see you turn left here and go for, in this case, go for a demo on packs. You don't have to hard commit, just have to be around. All you're recognizing is 250's got the touch, as you already do. Like in the first video I mentioned, there's cases where you're like, well, I'm just gonna get big boost because it's out of my reach anyway, and whatever, because shit happens. And then I think we talked about going back to net instead on that, because that wasn't a case of, it's not a whatever case. In this one, I'd prefer you to be ready for a pass instead of a redirect. Because going up the wall is great, but then like, what are you gonna do? Slow it down for a catch to try and carry it across? Like, that's great. You're capable of doing the fucking flip resets, but why not just keep the momentum up? Why don't we just go straight in? Pav's still reading the ball. His head is he's looking up. Let's just knock him down a notch. Bump him, and then we can wrap around and take something else that's happening. Because we're looking at the whole point of what I'm trying to explain is we're looking at the momentum. Where 250 is going to take the ball. The ball's already going in this direction. Shoot, can I just draw this? Boom. Okay, so we'll look at this. The ball's already going in this direction. He's got to jump up to make the save. So we know this ball is going to go out somewhere, right? So we might as well kill the second man or make an attempt to, in this case, and then possibly take over the play. The point of the second man is in case 250 can't get to the ball, they don't have a shot. First man's not shooting this. Unless 250 misses it, then it's a whatever moment. Like he can't do anything. Um, Ideally, we get a bump. If not, we're looking to wrap around and support the next play because you're out. You're because of the play before, you're out of this play. Um, I could see something like steal and boost, cutting in for a demo, wherever that may lead. But I would prefer to see you get into the next play as soon as possible. So if we clear this and run it, since the momentum's going over there, let your teammate continue. You got to bump on their first man, which is suboptimal, right? We need to get a bump on the guy who's going to take a shot. Let's see what happens in the rest of this. We'll just watch it live at this point. Yeah, so because that's when now after all that explanation before, now it's like this is where you'd see yourself out of position. Like, okay, nothing's happening here. Okay, cool, we got a bump, but it doesn't really mean a lot because the guy who's actually challenging next is just taking time. The bump was actually bad for you. They get a touch. We think our teammate's gonna go again, but the timing is like we're forcing our teammate to go again. Look, he's going squishy because he's in a whatever mode too. Cut back in. You've got plenty of boost to make a save. You don't need big boost. It honestly is probably unsavable, but the idea is not to give up. Right? We like this. I would say this is where you're at and where you would have to carry your team. You're cutting it back in here. I wonder if you can get there actually. If we're cutting in, that's tough. It's still tough, right? Like there's nothing that says, oh yeah, you should have had that save. But the idea is you could have been close enough to try. And it like fuck it, a double commit for a save, great. I can't believe your teammate even got that close. It's not entirely on him to make this save. Also, why did he squishy anyway? I I think we're just giving these other players too much credit, to be honest. So anyway, there's my hard coaching things to look out for. Let's keep moving forward. Here's something else that's really small. There's a part here coming up here. Save your boost. Save the 38 boost. Take a second to watch the play. Pan out. Nobody's near the ball. It's getting launched. Right? Yeah, we could do the thing that you did and boost down, get forward, and try and get in position for a redirect, which I'm thinking is something that you like to do. They're fun. It's great. But there's no like team play. It's like this what do we call this? The satisfaction is really high for getting nice, like flip reset shot in or redirect shot in, and that's great. But where's the outplays, right? Like redirects, in my opinion, are not outplays. So save the boost, save the 38, identify what's happening because nobody's near the ball. You have the time, and then adjust. So I think if if it would be changed, we can kind of see where you land and then go from there. You're up. Instead of all the way out there, maybe you land here. And then you'd still be in the air, land, right? Just the kind of the timing of that. And then now you're playing with your teammate, making another decision. I love being forward. I think it's awesome. I think there's a time and place for it. Saving your boost there when the ball was in nobody's possession, best case. Moving forward. Here's another case. I'd prefer to see you in midfield when he's taking it up. We're watching 250 for a second. He flipped out. That's great. That's fine. Got up to speed. And now you just keep going out. Why not just slow down and go mid? But then here, you got into position on the far side. That's I like. Man, that one's tough. I would rather see you in midfield though. Like let's I like getting the momentum. Why not just take a little wider approach though? That way we can have momentum and be in midfield. We don't even have to flip yet, to be honest. We go pad, and go in. So I'm thinking of arguments here. And the original argument I was thinking of. Okay, so yeah, just to clarify, I call them arguments. It's not meant to be like aggressive or like ill-mannered. Honestly, it comes from a book I read called "Everything's an Argument." It's just the idea that everything can be debated. The debate here is, I'm thinking maybe you're going wide to try and get into vision. And so if we watch from his perspective, he actually looked for you or everything here, right? You see his camera go down, and he can see you, but you could still be mid. The idea of being closer is you're supporting your teammate for when they beat the person, you're gonna beat the next guy. You're so far out there. If he beats the first person, the next guy is gonna beat you. Now he does get what seems like an amazing pass to you. I kind of want to see it again from your perspective. I think you're just too wide. I think you love having that momentum too. And that's great. But imagine a shot that doesn't have to be that hard. Right? Because you're making an angled shot. It was a nice shot. But it doesn't have to be that hard. Right? Imagine if you got to you'd have the space either mid or close mid, but we'd still have to wait for Goon to get beat. Like, oh, okay, now we're going, and we get to see where he's at and take a shot, a place shot. Right? Otherwise, what we see from your end, we can see him here. We have an idea that he's probably close post or pushing. Their close post or whatever. but you're you're taking a Hail Mary shot. So we're trying to remove that and be able to get to a place of positioning ourselves to take placed shots. All right, moving forward. There's I'm getting nitpicky today, dude. Holy smokes. So there's plays um like this one, I would say you gave it away. Yes, that pinch could have been better. Great, sure, we could do that. But these pinches have to hit. They have to hit. If we're talking about the mechs on this, you were too low when you pinched it on the ball. You air dribbled it and then you didn't get the height on it. It looks like the form is good. It was just you're too low on the ball. Whatever. But the point is, your teammate came back with no boost. You and he's getting chased. You have one guy to beat. Just control it. Get in front of the ball. Catch it on the wall. It slows it down, but at least you still have control. Right? We went for this like super aggressive play forward and it didn't work. Let's take the better chance. Let's get something that you can control. Does that make sense? Beautiful catch up. It's unfortunate this happened, but the plays we make, you might as well play to your strength and practice this kind of thing offline. First time I've seen you go for a pinch like this, was it 3-4 replays in? So it's not like you're trying to do this all the time. That so I'm definitely nitpicking, but I'm also trying to explain the idea of positioning as a team. And now we're here, 20 boost. Our teammate lost boost. He's trying to play forward to get something to happen. He pulled himself out. Now you're stuck going to make a save. I do notice again here, just watching it live, you killed your momentum again. Like you had time. If we watch from his first touch, oh, we don't even watch his first touch. Wait. I thought we saw this here. Hang on. We're watching. We looked away. I wonder if there's like some sort of latency with the replay. I'd like to believe. But we need to see what his first touch is. And I don't even know because we looked away. Yeah, so his first touch is when I'm making my decision. So if he banged it, now you're gonna have to turn and I mean you're probably gonna save it if he bangs it. So maybe that's part of your logic there, which I can't fault that. Take it wider. Get the pads. Check to see if your teammate's going backboard. He should. He exited early, and I think that boost is gonna spawn in time for him. But get those pads, wide rotate, back post, and then go in. It's tough because you're in position, you know the position you need to be in, but you know now at this point when you're jumping that I actually need to be in the air in this position, and that's where I'd like to see you with momentum in the air, making the challenge. Yeah. These ones I wouldn't mind if you banged it forward, right? Both of you are low. Let's get this ball out of here. Give us time for back right, back left to spawn. Yeah, it scares your teammate when he sees you don't have momentum and you're just like double jumping. So he also could have played it better by going wide as well. And then he hovers on the wall for what? Like why is he on the wall, right? So we can talk about everybody's positioning here. Nobody saw that um, Pav was going slow. He had a hard touch. He's got to use what? Look, I mean, we could count it 50 boosts at least just to get back to the ball. That's crazy. And to get a soft touch, like there's nothing there. He didn't need to be on the wall. He makes a crazy. Anyway, so that's everything I can see out of that play. We'll just watch the last one live. I end up watching these once and then talking about it. Huge. Oh, bad touch. We go back. He's trying to get something. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We just didn't read after the bad touch on exactly what to do next. Pops it over. Like, okay, he's still on it. Gets to flip. Is he going to flip? Nope. Turn out. I mean, turning in is good too, but this needs to happen a lot sooner. Let's see when that is. That's tough. That's tough. Because I think there's a positioning error here too. We need to like, um, man. Okay, I'm honestly I'm talking kind of hypotheticals. As soon as we see the bad touch, we need to know where they're at. Because that might just lead us to just go straight to like the back post area. We need to like recalibrate here because this ball's lost. There's no play happening. We are hovering to see if we can make a play. That part of me I like, but what is it? What am I seeing? If we knew where they were at, we could make a decision faster. As soon as he like fucks up, take ball cam off, swing your camera, whatever you need to do to see where they're at. And by the time we get to see him, we're here, and we should be turning. If we're going, we're turning. I think that's the yeah. That I mean, I say I think, but like that's what needs to happen more often is visual of where they are at. We see goons leaving. Okay, where's the other guy? Okay, we kind of see him through the boost meter. Okay, there he is. This one's tough because he's forward. You're kind of facing back. And then on top of that, if we look at your positioning, you should have some flags, red or yellow flags going off in your head being like, I'm not actually covering net. Like now you have to beat him and save the ball. And it's unfortunate that happens. So that's where that goal itself comes from. We just went way too wide. Yeah. A lot of these hypotheticals we're talking about is I'm trying to avoid telling you how to play. I want you to be able to kind of navigate how you want to play. I just want to tell you, well, if you go play closer, you could play faster. If you play farther back, you could play more defensive. And there's all these reasons to do either one. I like AZU, who's aggressive, right? I'd say stick to that. You just need to go quicker and recognize it quicker. Sometimes that's just recognizing how your teammate plays in the moment over the first few kickoffs or whatever. And then I think the other big thing we need you to work on is their positioning. This, I would say, is harder in twos and threes than in ones. Not necessarily because there's only one person on the field, but because now you're trying to read your teammate's distance to their distance to the ball instead of just the ball to their distance, right? So, we had the player Yup, who we figured out could get in position too quick as well, and we would spend time talking about how to, rotate wider to get there later with momentum, take a place shot, take a place pass, whatever that might look like. In those kind of replays, the game is not quite as fast. We're talking GC1 level, C3, whatever that might be. He was fast enough to read the game at these slower level lobbies. Where in this case, I believe you can read these these quicker lobbies because your momentum already is fast. You're a very fast player. Now we just need to utilize your speed with um, the speed of the game, the ball, right? Your teammates, the enemy team. You're always ready to go. We need to figure out how to make your pathing a little wider when it comes to saves and shots. um, this could also be called creeping. You're just caught creeping too far. You're like hoping we can get something out of this, um, and you end up here. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that replay. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so apparently I can talk forever. Um, we'll cut the video here, and then I mean I'm trying to get these replays to be shorter, but there's just so much information. There's a lot of just different little things that are going on, um, and I think you're doing really well to adapt, and I think I'm showing where we can work on some things to be better. I hope. I hope that's what's coming through. Um, wow, long replays. Or not replays, but analysis. Um, yeah, I'm just going to keep going though. So, or sorry, I'm going to end this video. I'll start another one, and we'll keep going. Oh my gosh, this gets stuck on and I can't touch my second monitor. Okay, now it's ending.